If you haven't listened to the first part of the story, I have provided the video link below. Please do click the link and watch. Siddhartha Gautam leaves home. One night, when everyone in the palace was sleeping, Siddhartha requested Channa to prepare his horse, Kanthaka. In the meantime, he went into the room where Yasodhara and their newborn boy Rahula slept. He was filled with loving kindness towards them and pledged himself that he would come back to see them. But first, he had to understand why all creatures suffer and find out how they could escape from suffering. In the silence of the night, Prince Siddhartha mounted Kanthaka. Accompanied by Channa, he left the palace and the city of Kapilavastu. They halted at a river some distance from the city, and the prince took off his rich attire and put on the robes of a monk. Then he told Channa to take the horseback to the palace. At first, both Channa and Kanthaka denied going back, but Siddhartha ordered that he had to go on alone. With tears rolling down his face, Kanthaka watched as the prince walked out of sight. So at the age of 29, Siddhartha began the homeless life of a monk. He started living a simple life by giving up all the pleasures and desires what fancied him earlier. He used to start his days by begging for his dietetic requirements. Days passed and he encountered people with different states of mind. He understood that people all around are way away from understanding what life is, and this made him more eager to search for the truth. He advised everyone whom he feels like the needy one for the knowledge. After Siddhartha left Rajagaha, he went to see a sage named Alara Kalama. He stayed with the sage and studied diligently. Soon, he knew as much as his teacher. But although he had learned how to make his mind very calm, he still did not know the way to freedom from all suffering. So he thanked Alara Kalama and left to find another teacher. During the process of getting enlightenment, Siddhartha practiced different forms of mudras, which itself consist of different meanings and teachings. Siddhartha Gautama also tried to become an ascetic, as per his life story. He thought that if he practiced hard enough, he would become enlightened. So he found a place at Uruvela, near a river and a village, where he could wash and obtain his daily food. There were 5 other men living there, and they became his companions. Like Siddhartha, they also practiced asceticism. Their names were Kandana, Badiya, Vapa, Mahanama, and Asaji. Siddhartha practiced various forms of asceticism for 6 years. He reduced his eating more and more until he ate nothing at all. This stage of Buddha was named Fasting Buddha Shakyamuni. He became extremely thin, but still, he did not want to give up such practice. One day, while meditating alone, he fainted. At that time, a shepherd boy with a goat walked by. He saw Siddhartha and realized that without any food, Siddhartha would die very soon. So he quickly fed him some warm goat's milk. Soon, Siddhartha regained consciousness and began to feel better. He realized that without the boy's help, he would have died before attaining enlightenment. From then on, Siddhartha began eating normally. Soon his health was completely restored. He made a promise to himself, "I will not give up until I achieve my goal, until I find a way of freedom from suffering, for myself and all people." As he meditated, Siddhartha let go of all outside disturbances and memories of pleasures from the past. He let go of all worldly thoughts and turned his mind to finding the ultimate truth about life. He asked himself, How does suffering start? How can one be free from suffering? At first, many distracting images appeared in his mind, but finally his mind became very calm, like a pond of still water. In the calm of deep meditation, Siddhartha concentrated on how his own life had started. First, Siddhartha remembered his previous life. Next, he saw how beings are reborn according to the law of cause and effect, or karma. He saw that good deeds lead away from suffering to peace and happiness, and that bad deeds lead to more suffering. Then he saw that the origin of suffering is being greedy, which arises from thinking that we are more important than everybody else. Finally, he became completely free from thinking in this way. This freedom is called nirvana. So, at the age of 35, Siddhartha became the Buddha, the Supreme Enlightened One. The story witnessed the Four Noble Truths taught by Gautam Buddha to the people. The first one was about the fact that suffering exists. The second noble truth was about the cause of suffering. The third noble truth was that it is possible to end suffering. And the fourth one described the path to be succeeded if you want to end suffering. During this first teaching, one of the monks learned everything and attained the first stage of enlightenment. Then he asked the Buddha to bless him as a monk. Soon, the other four also joined the Buddha's order. All 5 monks practiced diligently, and with the help of the Buddha, they soon became fully enlightened ones, or arahants. When the Buddha had 60 monks as his disciples, he held a meeting. He told them, "Go and spread the Dharma to other places to give more people the chance of gaining freedom from suffering. Spread the Dharma so that human lives may be purified and brightened. There are people ready for the Buddha Dharma. They will be able to understand it. I myself will go to teach at Uruvela." After the Buddha sent out his 60 Arahant disciples for the first time, he traveled to Magadha in the southeast to Uruvela village. After hearing the Buddha's teaching, many men left their homes and became monks. Later, more than 1,000 of them became fully enlightened arahats. Buddha met a lot of people who became his disciples and helped him in spreading Bao Dharma, which to date is around the realm as his teachings. Before commencing the journey of enlightenment, as Siddhartha Gautama promised himself to visit his wife and son after getting the truth, he decided to visit his place with his disciples. When King came to know about Buddha and get notified about his living near the village and surviving by begging in his kingdom, he felt very angry. When he met Buddha, he helped him in calming down his anger. He then met his wife and son, Rahula. Later, Rahula, who was 7 years old, was ordained by the Buddha and became the first novice in the Buddhist tradition. A novice is someone who is in training, but has not yet taken the full vows of a monk or nun. Besides Rahula, the Buddha also converted his stepbrother Nanda and several princes of the Sakya clan. Among them were his cousins Ananda and Devadatta. Prajapati Gotami became the first Buddhist nun. One morning, to have a last look at the city of Vesali, the Buddha and Ananda went there to beg for alms. After that, the Buddha and his disciples visited neighboring villages, and the Buddha taught the Bao Dharma to people. The Buddha also told his disciples that when anyone teaches them the Bao Dharma, they should carefully verify it against the Dharma taught by the Buddha. He said that if it was not consistent with his teaching, they should reject it. Then they continued to the city of Pava and rested in the mango garden, which belonged to Kunda, the son of a goldsmith. The Buddha taught Kunda and his family. They gained confidence in the Dharma and took refuge in the Buddha and the Dharma. But the meal that Kunda offered to the Buddha contained a fungus that made the Buddha feel very ill. However, in spite of the pain, the Buddha and his disciples continued their journey to Kusinara. The Buddha and his disciple Ananda arrived at the boundaries of Kusinara. When they came to Salavana, the Buddha felt he could go no further. So he asked Ananda to prepare a place for him to lie down. Ananda took the Buddha's outer robe and placed it on a bed between two big sala trees. The Buddha then lay down on his right side. He did not fall asleep, but rested to relieve his pain and fatigue. His mind remained as tranquil as it had ever been. Later, the Buddha gave the monks and nuns the last chance to ask any questions. He asked them if any of them still had doubts about the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. But none of them had any doubts about the Triple Gem. Finally, the Buddha said to the monks, "Monks, this is the last time for me to talk to you. All things change. Work hard to gain your own salvation." The Buddha then entered into meditation, deeper and deeper, until his mind was purely balanced and steadily focused. And then he passed away. Thus, the Buddha, the Blessed One, had attained that final freedom known as nirvana.